Welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Logitech for Business BCC950 conference cam. Now it comes in a very plain brown box because this is not all about the the fancy pants packaging that a retail-oriented SKU would be focused on, but this is all about the functionality enabled by this device and some of the really cool software applications that it can be integrated with. So they say right on the package that it's optimized for Microsoft Link. Microsoft Link is more than just sort of a regular consumer chat client. It is like an enterprise-grade chat client. So it allows you to use things like instant messaging. So this we're used to. Things like just sort of person-to-person messaging. This we're used to. Conference video messaging. This we're used to. But it also integrates with entire room video conference systems, all the way down to the webcam built into your notebook. It also has a lot of collaborative sharing stuff. So it's integrated with things like OneNote. So you can collaborate on that as you go. While you're giving presentations in Microsoft Link, you can play a PowerPoint with sound and it'll work. And so it works with, I think Link does up to 720p, but this particular webcam is 1080p. So if you wanted to use it with a different client, then that would be fine. Due to the recent acquisition of Skype, Microsoft Link is also fully integrated with that. So there's a lot of really, really neat stuff you can do. But what is the actual usage case for something like this, and why is video collaboration so important, I guess, are the real questions that you may or may not be asking yourself. So as companies, outsource to different places, or as they, spread out and have larger campuses, as they grow, you need to still find ways to collaborate that don't involve getting in a plane and traveling somewhere, because it's extremely expensive and very inefficient. The amount of time that gets wasted sitting on planes is absolutely ridiculous. So it's not that easy to take something like a notebook, which has a very narrow angle lens on its webcam, and it's usually not the highest quality thing in the world, although I'm not specifically picking on this notebook. It was just the nearest one sitting here. So crowding people around it to give a presentation or whatever else isn't necessarily practical. So this aims to bridge the gap between something like a full room conference system and something like the cheesy webcam that's built into your notebook. So I'm just going to show you guys how it assembles and why it comes with a remote. I think the remote is actually one of the coolest things about it. So we go ahead, there's a little stick that goes right here. Oh yeah, it has a fully built-in speakerphone. So that's neat as well, because it's sort of a one-piece thing that fits in the middle of a conference room, and then you don't actually have to have anything else sitting there. I mean, it looks sort of space age and cool, and then like the conference room at a place where I used to work, there's like a speakerphone, and then there's like sort of a random notebook there, and then there's like another device, and we're not even set up for video conferencing yet. So this guy right here replaces all of that stuff, and then you can even you don't have to use Link, because it's just a standard webcam. It uses H.264 encoding for video, so it'll work. You can use it with anything, whether it's FaceTime, works with Apple and Windows, whether it's Skype itself, whether it is something more advanced like Microsoft Link or Cisco's sharing software. Let's go ahead and plug it in just for lulz. Okay, so let's do a quick product tour here. There's volume up and down, mute, hang up, start call, that's for the speakerphone functionality. Here's zoom in, zoom out, as well as rotational functionality. And then what you'll notice here is on the remote, all that is built in as well. So you can answer and terminate calls, zoom in, zoom out, move it around, control volume, and mute things. So the remote is sort of the magical part, because being able to move the camera from one person to another or from one angle to another allows you to basically be sitting in front of it going, okay, blah, 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 blah. But then I've also got this thing on the wall over there that I'd like you to look at. So go ahead and look at that, zoom in. You got your computer sitting next to you anyway, so you're monitoring what they can see, because pretty much any chat client ever supports that. And that's the scenario. So basically it's a high quality webcam that's mounted to an arm that turns around, goes up and down, zooms in and out, and has an integrated high quality speakerphone. I think that if you don't see the application of this, then you're probably not one of the people who could benefit from it. But something like this can be easily deployed in something like, smaller organizations don't necessarily have 8 different full-size conference rooms with full video conferencing built in, $500,000 thing. So this allows you to take any small little office, put a desk in it, put a couple wiring jacks into it and turn it into a video conference room, because you just put like a whiteboard on the wall, you have one of these on the desk, you have like sort of 3 or 4 people sitting around it, and it's usable that way. So I hope that pretty much covers everything you'd like to know about it. There's also a headphone jack, just in case you wanted to use that. The whole thing plugs in via USB, so there's nothing sort of unexpected there. And Slick's sort of telling me something. Oh, it looks like you don't have to use the stick. Maybe that's what he's telling me. So if you don't want the height adjust, and you're just going to use it on your desk, and you just want something that's sort of a fully integrated speakerphone webcam thing, then that's an option as well. I didn't even notice that. Oh, okay. It still moves side to side. Oh, it probably still moves up and down and side to side. That's very cool. Well, there you go. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos. It kind of reminds me of the guy from Star Wars: A New Hope. That the thing that comes out of the swamp when they get pushed into the garbage compactor, and it's like, and then it just goes down.